So this is kind of our wrap-up week. So we've got Unit 3 quiz, which is cumulative. And so you're going to want to make sure you get that done. And actually, I'm going to need to adjust the closing date. I will keep this open through the end of the semester. So hold on a second here. All right, that is much better. So for this last test, you do have 3 attempts. It'll take your highest score, and I do have it open through the end of the semester. However, I would suggest doing it before you take the certification because I think it'll help you prepare for the certification test. As far as assignments this week, you do need to do your final commit to GitHub for your term project. And you do need to either update your ePortfolio or create one. I'm assuming you all have ePortfolios from previous classes, so it's really just a matter of updating. And so what you are going to want to do is basically add the project for this class and a link to the repository. Okay, and so this little video shows you how to do that, but that's basically what you need to do for your ePortfolio. If you don't have an ePortfolio, then you get to make one. And I should show you that at the bottom here is a little video on how you would do that. And at the top is the information that you would need to include. Then we get into exam prep. So there's a couple different resources to help you prepare. One of them is Gmetrics, and Gmetrics has 2 different practice tests. You need to submit one of them with a passing grade. And so I will show you. This is basically what Gmetrics kind of looks like. And if I go into New Test, I would click on Information Technology. And then any of the codes that you've redeemed, you will see respective classes or respective tests. And if you look over here, this is where you would redeem a code. So for this class, you'll go into JavaScript, and you can see there's 2 tests. They have a training mode and a testing mode. The training mode actually provides answers and gives you help. Okay? What you need to turn in is a testing mode. So testing mode from this test or from this one, where you have a passing score. Okay, and then you get the points. Testing mode is a little different than training mode because it's timed and you are not going to see the correct answers. Okay, at the end, when you submit it, you're going to see something that looks like this. Of course, it's going to say JavaScript here. It'll say JavaScript here, but for mode, it should say testing, and then it will tell you, what score you had and what you needed to pass. And as long as your score is above the minimum required to pass, do a screenshot and turn it in. It's also going to have your name up there. Now, as you're going through this, it does provide quite a bit of information, detailed information below this regarding the areas that you did well in and areas that you may need help in. Okay, so you can either do the screenshot here or you can actually submit a PDF. You can print to PDF. When you get to that point, there'll be like a little print up here, and you should be able to print to PDF and turn that in as well. The PDF actually has an outline of all of the different objective areas on the test and how you did on the different areas. And so if you're looking for, what to focus your study on, that area could come in very helpful. Any of the objective areas where you didn't perform as well, those are areas that you can then study. Information on how to download this and what the redemption code is, that is up here in IT specialist exam information. Okay, so if you come in here, Here is all of the geometrics information. There's a video that shows you, how to get your account, how to download the software, uh, how to, enter your redemption code. If you have any problems with this, I certainly can help you as well. The exam objectives are here. Okay, and this is basically what you all need to look at to prepare. And so we've got objectives and sub-objectives, and then there's a list of concepts. These concepts and commands are what you need to know. So when you're studying, make sure you know all of the concepts and commands because that is what the test is written on. Okay, so as you look through here, as far as the math built-in functions go, you don't need to know all of them. You only need to know the ones that are listed here. Okay, and this section on completing and debugging loops, what do you need to know? You need to know these commands here. Okay, so this is very targeted and it should help you study. Okay, now to go along with that list of objectives, I have put together resources and it relates to every single objective. So if you look at the list, we've got JavaScript operators, methods, and keywords, and you will see that I have a folder. And under the folder, I have actually gone through and given you resources for every single objective. So hopefully this will help you all do well on the test. So you can see objective 1.1, I've got a couple resources for that. Objective 1.2, I've got the resources for that. Okay, so anything that you struggle with or you have questions on, there are resources for you to study. Another very useful resource in here is this practice test and the answers. Okay, so you can go through the practice test and then you can study from the answers. Okay, that is something that you should do as well. Okay, so go through the geometrics and submit that. That is worth points. Then based on, how you do, look at the areas that, you are weaker in and target your studies. Also, look at the practice tests that I have provided and the answer key, because these will all help you do well on the certification. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I do consulting for Certiport. I have written questions that are on these tests, and I am very familiar with them.